Two England-born netballers are set to suit up for Jamaica in the Margaret Beckford Sunshine Series against South Africa, which starts on Saturday at the National Indoor Sports Centre in Kingston. However, as far as similarities go, their nationality is just the tip of the iceberg. Bree Gerson and Rhea Dixon, both 27 years old, will play for Nottingham in the England New Look 2025 Netball Super League. They also played together for Leeds Rhinos in 2021 and 2022. Gerson, who earns her Jamaican stripes through her father, is expected to make her international debut after training with the squad during the England leg of the Horizon Series in November of last year. Dixon, on the other hand, who played for England at the under-21 level, has already had a taste of international senior competition with the Sunshine Girls. She was player of the match for the deciding fourth game against England in November and also represented the Sunshine Girls at the 2023 Fast 5 tournament in New Zealand. She qualifies to represent the Black, Green and Gold through her grandparents. Gerson and Dixon are expected to add depth to the Sunshine Girls' attacking third, and we are pleased to have them on today's show. Ladies, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. Great to have you on. The script just said that you're going to add depth to the attacking third. How does that grab you?
Yeah, we
Rhea,
hope
let's
so.
start with Rhea, since you've been here before.
Yeah, we hope so. We are two different attackers, I'd say. We bring definitely something different to the squad, which, yeah, will bring a lot of depth and hopefully something different for people to think about.
Yeah, well, you've been around the squad for some time now, but Bree, you've just joined the squad. How does it feel?
Yeah, I have just joined. Obviously, as you mentioned, I trained with the squad in, when was it, November? Yeah, in England. So it was nice to get a little bit of a taste. And then I felt like coming in this time, it seemed like easier. You know, I didn't have to meet everyone. I already knew the girls, and they've just made it feel like home and have been so welcoming. So yeah, I'm really excited for the game to start.
Yeah, outside of the big four in world netball, New Zealand, Australia, England, Jamaica, the South Africans are on the fringe. They're considered, you know, a team that is on the fringe on the brink of breaking through into the. How much do you see them as threats in this series, Rhea?
Yeah, absolutely. I think anyone in that top group will be a threat in some capacity. But I think us moving into third in the world, after the last series, it's really given us a boost of confidence. So I think we've got, like you said, enough depth in the attacking end, and we've got some absolute weapons in the defensive end. So we're feeling confident.
Yeah. Well, you two girls have been cultured in the British game. I see where the Barbadians had the Corbin sisters joining their national team a couple of years ago. That was different though, because I think in their cases they actually represented England before, full-fledged, but switched allegiance to Barbados. Not quite the same with you girls, because you didn't represent England. Seniors at the international level. But how do you feel about the fact that your background has been in England and you're coming to represent a Caribbean country, as the Corbin sisters had done for Barbados?
Do you want me to go? Sure. I think personally there can be a bit of like natural hesitation, because people do see you as kind of someone who changing allegiance. But I think for us, like, we are proud to be Jamaican and proud to have Jamaican heritage. So to be able to come here and represent Jamaica and play with such an amazing group, it was kind of, you couldn't say no to that opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. And Bree, what influenced your decision to play for Jamaica? Like, what was the major turning point when you said, you know what, I'm going to play for Jamaica?
To be honest, we probably had similar like journeys. It's been a long conversation. I think for both of us, it's been in the making for a few years. We actually both spoke to Jamaica when we played for Rhinos, which was obviously quite a few years ago now, and the timing just kind of seemed a bit off. And then I think obviously Rhea made the decision first and kind of paved the way, I guess.
And then she told you how it was.
Yeah, yeah, told me how it was, and yeah, and then like I said, the opportunity to train and play with the girls in Manchester. I think before I went into that, I was still a little bit unsure, and then as soon as I finished the week, I kind of said to Rhea, I was like, yeah, I know, I want to commit to this. This is what I want to be a part of.
And I know the Jamaicans are so happy to have you now. Sasha Gay Henry, head coach, since she has been at the helm, you know, we've seen a lot of success, positive things to talk about. How has it been for you under her leadership?
Yeah, amazing. She's such a great coach, and she has like such a great camaraderie with the girls, because obviously she's played with quite a few of them. She's really knowledgeable about the game. She leads the attack end, so we have a lot of like conversations with her. I think as well, you know, she pulls from us. Like you've touched on, we played in the British League, and you know, I had a conversation with her today about how we kind of play with a lot more structure than the league over here, because the girls are so athletic and talented. They just kind of play free for all, which is amazing. So kind of trying to put the two styles together, we're just kind of getting the grasps of that at the moment.
Yeah, and Rhea, you know, as she says that, I was thinking, because I was about to ask you, you know, how different is it when you play for your club teams as opposed to, you know, meeting the girls? And one of the things I've noticed with a lot of national teams is that you don't really see the girls as often as you would see, you know, your teammates in club. So how difficult has it been for you, you know, just getting here, finding that chemistry, or has it been easy?
I think mainly it's been pretty easy. The girls, like Bree said, have been so welcoming, and coach has really kind of got us involved from early on. I think the only difficult thing is coming up against our defensive end, because they are so good. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to come. I can't speak for Bree, but to be able to train against our defensive end, like the best defensive end in the world.
Right.
It was just a massive pull, so obviously that is really difficult and uncomfortable at times, but that's how we get better, and that's how we kind of strengthen as a team.
One of the things I've noticed, I'm not Jamaican, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, but what I've noticed is Jamaicans are very passionate. They're very passionate about everything that is Jamaican, right? You'll be playing here in Jamaica, the home crowd, I can assure you, is going to be massive. You know, it's going to be a lot of vibe, because that's what Jamaicans are. They bring the vibe wherever they go. How excited are you, and what would it mean to you if you are to have a massive part in a victory against South Africa here in Jamaica?
Yeah, I think after playing the England series, I've never experienced anything like that before. The passion, like you said, the vibe, the energy, they really brought it, all the fans really brought it for us against England, and really brought us over the line. So just really, really excited for more of that to come.
Yeah, I see that you have developed a lot of comfort now in the team. I know you represented first in the Fast Five, and you were a player of the game in the fourth and deciding game in the England Horizon series back in November. How did that feel? Because you are a new member of the setup, and to get a player of the match honor, which was a decisive win for the team because the series was locked, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Yeah, incredible. Like more than I could have hoped for when I came over here. I really didn't really know what to expect with kind of court time, or what position I was going to play, or if I was going to play at all. So to be able to play almost a full game in that last game, and get the player of the match to win the game, to win the series, was incredible.
Yeah, well, Bree, we look forward to seeing you play tomorrow. I know it's a competitive setup, and I'm not sure what Coach Sasha has in mind, but we hope that you get significant playing time. Are you nervous going into this opener on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I get nervous before every game, so I'm the worst person to ask that question to. But yeah, especially nervous. I'm excited. Obviously, you know, a similar feeling to Rhea. I don't know how much game time I'll get, if I'll get game time yet. But obviously to debut in Jamaica would be amazing. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, the Jamaicans ranked number 3 at the moment. There were times when they briefly held a number 2 spot. At the moment, New Zealand, Australia ranked ahead of the Jamaicans. And there's been a long time feeling in Jamaica that the country should no longer be satisfied with being 2 and 3 in the world and picking up silver or bronze medals at the Commonwealth Games and so on, and not see, you know, Australia as invincible, as 2 girls injecting something new to this setup. How confident are you that the Jamaicans can topple both New Zealand and Australia and become world number 1 and world champions eventually?
Yeah, definitely. I think after my even just after the warm-up of my first session, I turned to her and I was like, wow, they're just, you know, so incredibly talented, athletic, and obviously, like we've said, we've played in England, so we've seen kind of the infrastructure and everything they have around the Roses and the Super League. And then coming over here, you can kind of see that it's a little bit less. And I you know, like respect Jamaica so much, because the fact that we are third in the world and competing with these teams that have a lot more money, facilities, a lot more players, because the countries are bigger to pull from, and we as a country are competing with them. I just think, you know, if we could push on even further and get, you know, more sponsors, more, you know, facilities, you know, a bit more money, etc., like Jamaica would be untouchable. You know, the Australians would be scared to play us, and I think they still are. You know, they are.
Yeah, well, the Jamaicans did beat Australia at the Commonwealth Games in the group stage, but then lost out to them in the finals. So that was an indicator that they do have the tools to beat Australia, who are undisputed #1 in the world. But Rhea and Bree, great to have you on the SportsMax Zone. We look forward to seeing you have a great game tomorrow and a winning outing against the South Africans.
Yeah, just win for us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, the Sunshine Girls in the SportsMax Zone. We'll be back with more on the SportsMax Zone after this.